Picture this. You lock eyes across the room, and suddenly the air feels electric. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and everything else fades into the background. Is this just fleeting attraction? Or could it be the unmistakable signs of deep, heart-stopping sexual chemistry? Today, we're diving into the thrilling indicators that reveal you're not just experiencing ordinary attraction. This is a profound, intense connection. Join us as we unpack the exhilarating moments and subtle signals that scream undeniable chemistry. Get ready to explore the magnetic pull that you might be feeling and learn how to discern if what you have is truly special. 1. Heightened sensual awareness. Ever feel like your senses suddenly go into overdrive around someone? That's heightened sensual awareness, my friend. It's like your body saying, "Hey, pay attention, this one's special." You might find yourself hyper-aware of their scent. Maybe it's their perfume or just their natural aroma. Suddenly, you're picking up on things you never noticed before. Their touch? It feels electric, even if it's just a casual brush of the arm. And their presence? It's like they've got their own gravitational pull. You can practically feel them enter a room before you even see them. It's intense, right? Like your body's screaming, "This is it," while your brain's still catching up. So next time you feel like you're tuned into someone's frequency, take note. Your senses might be trying to tell you something your mind hasn't figured out yet. 2. Teasing with a sexual edge. Picture this. You're chatting with someone, and suddenly, the conversation takes a turn. It's not quite explicit, but there's definitely a charge in the air. That's teasing with a sexual edge. And boy, can it get your heart racing. It's like verbal foreplay. You're dancing around the subject, dropping hints, and seeing who'll make the next move. Maybe they're making innocent comments that suddenly sound loaded with double meanings. Or you find yourself turning everything into an innuendo without even trying. It's that delicious balance of playful and provocative that keeps you both on your toes. But here's the kicker. It's not just about what's said, it's how it's said. The tone, the lingering glances, the slight pause before responding, it all adds up to create this electric atmosphere. So next time you find yourself in a conversation that's more charged than a Tesla, pay attention. You might just be in the middle of some grade A flirting. 3. Intense flushing. Ever caught yourself turning redder than a tomato around someone? We're not talking about a cute little blush here, folks. We're talking full-on fire engine red, spreading from your cheeks down to your neck and maybe even your chest. It's like your body's own personal heat wave, and it's a dead giveaway that you're feeling some serious attraction. But here's the thing. It's not just you. If you notice the person you're into suddenly looking like they've spent too long in the sun, that's a pretty good sign they're feeling it too. It's your body's way of saying, "Hey, hot stuff," quite literally. And the best part? It's nearly impossible to fake or hide. So next time you're chatting up someone and you feel that telltale warmth creeping up your face, don't panic. Embrace it. It's just your body's way of signaling that the chemistry is real. And hey, they might just be feeling the heat too. 4. Lingering physical contact. Let's talk about the art of the lingering touch. You know those moments when a handshake lasts just a second too long? Or when you're passing something and your fingers brush, and suddenly it feels like time slows down? It's like your bodies are having their own conversation, saying all the things you're too shy to say out loud. Maybe you find excuses to touch, fixing their collar, brushing imaginary lint off their shoulder, or that classic move of guiding them through a doorway with a hand on the small of their back. And it's not just about duration, it's about quality too. These touches feel different, more deliberate, more charged. It's like every point of contact is sending little sparks through your skin. So next time you find yourself in a touch that seems to linger, pay attention. Your body might be trying to tell you something your mouth hasn't caught up to yet. 5. Heavy silences. You know those moments when words just stop? But instead of feeling awkward, it feels like the air is crackling with electricity? That's what we call a heavy silence, my friends. And it's a surefire sign of some serious sexual tension. It's like the universe is holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next. Maybe you're locked in an intense gaze, or maybe you're both suddenly very interested in your drinks. Either way, the silence speaks volumes. It's not the uncomfortable silence of a bad date. It's the charged silence of two people who are hyper-aware of each other. You might find your heart racing, your palms getting sweaty, or suddenly forgetting how to form coherent sentences. And the best part? Breaking that silence can be just as thrilling as the silence itself. So next time you find yourself in one of these moments, don't rush to fill it. Lean into it. Enjoy the tension. Because sometimes, what's left unsaid is far more exciting than what's spoken aloud. If today's insights resonate with you, remember to like and comment. More importantly, if you're ready to revolutionize your dating approach, take advantage of our free 60-minute strategy call. It's your gateway to meeting more women and enhancing your confidence. Book yours now through the pinned comment. 6. Unspoken understanding. Ever had a moment where you lock eyes with someone across a crowded room and just get it? That's the magic of unspoken understanding, folks. It's like you've suddenly developed telepathy, but only with this one person. Maybe it's a raised eyebrow that says, "Want to get out of here?" Or a slight smirk that means, "I know exactly what you're thinking." It's a secret language that only the two of you speak, and it's incredibly intimate. This kind of connection goes beyond words. It's about reading micro-expressions, body language, and energy. You might find yourself finishing each other's sentences or reaching for something at the exact same moment. It's like you're in sync, operating on the same wavelength. And let me tell you, it's a heady feeling. So next time you feel like you're having a whole conversation without saying a word, take note. You might just be experiencing one of the most powerful signs of sexual chemistry there is. 7. Tingling sensations. Let's talk about the tingles, fellas. You know that feeling when someone touches you and it's like your skin suddenly comes alive? That's what we're talking about here. It's like your body's got its own early warning system for attraction, and it's firing on all cylinders. Maybe it's a brush of their hand that sends shivers down your spine, or a hug that leaves your skin buzzing long after they've let go. It's not just your imagination. There's actual science behind this. When you're attracted to someone, your body releases a cocktail of chemicals that can cause these physical sensations. It's like your nerves are suddenly dialed up to 11, making every touch feel electric. And the best part? It's pretty hard to fake. So if you're feeling those tingles, chances are it's genuine attraction. Next time you get that buzzy feeling from someone's touch, don't brush it off. Your body might be trying to tell you something important. 8. Uncontrollable smiling. Ever caught yourself grinning like an idiot for no apparent reason? Well, buddy, you might just be experiencing some serious sexual chemistry. We're not talking about your standard polite smile here. This is full-on, can't stop even if you tried, face-hurting kind of smiling. It's like your face has a mind of its own, and it's determined to broadcast your attraction to the world. You might find yourself smiling at the most random things, a text from them, the mention of their name, or even just thinking about them. And the kicker? It's often accompanied by a feeling of giddiness or excitement that's hard to shake. It's like you're a teenager with your first crush all over again. But here's the good news. If you're noticing this uncontrollable grin on someone else's face when they're around you, it's a pretty good sign they're feeling the chemistry too. So, embrace that silly grin, my friend. It's just your face's way of saying, "Hey, I'm into this." 9. Heat waves. Let's talk about getting hot and bothered, gents. And I don't mean from the weather. When you're experiencing intense sexual chemistry, you might suddenly feel like you're in a personal sauna. We're talking waves of heat that seem to come out of nowhere, making you wonder if someone cranked up the thermostat when you weren't looking. Maybe you feel it creeping up your neck, or suddenly your palms are sweaty enough to start a small river. It's like your body's throwing its own little party, complete with tropical temperatures. And here's the thing, it's not just you feeling the heat. If you notice the person you're into suddenly looking a bit flushed or starting to fan themselves, they might be riding the same heat wave. It's your body's way of saying, "Whoa, things are getting hot in here." So next time you feel like you're suddenly in the Sahara, take note. It might just be your body's thermometer for attraction going off the charts. 10. Exposed vulnerability. One of the most powerful signs of sexual chemistry is when you find yourself sharing things you normally keep under wraps. It's like the attraction creates this bubble where suddenly it feels safe to let your guard down. Maybe you're spilling childhood secrets or sharing your deepest fears. It's not just about baring your soul, though. It's about feeling totally accepted when you do. You might find yourself opening up about things you've never told anyone else. And instead of feeling exposed, you feel relieved, connected. It's like the chemistry between you creates this invisible thread of trust. And here's the kicker. When someone shares their vulnerabilities with you, it's a pretty big sign they're feeling that connection too. So if you find yourself in one of these heart-to-heart moments, pay attention. It might just be a sign that the chemistry between you is more than skin deep. 11. Feverish anticipation. Ever feel like you're counting down the minutes until you see someone again? That's feverish anticipation, my friends. And it's a classic sign of some serious sexual chemistry. It's like your whole body is on high alert, buzzing with excitement. You might find yourself obsessively checking your phone, or suddenly becoming very interested in what you're going to wear. Time seems to slow to a crawl when you're apart, but the thought of seeing them again keeps you going. It's not just about the excitement, though. There's often a touch of nervousness mixed in. Butterflies in your stomach, sweaty palms, maybe even a little trouble sleeping the night before. It's like your body's throwing its own little pre-game party. And the best part? When you finally do see them, all that built-up anticipation explodes into a moment of pure chemistry. So if you find yourself in a state of feverish anticipation, enjoy the ride. It's all part of the delicious dance of attraction. 12. Physical reactions. Let's talk about those moments when your body decides to throw its own little party without consulting your brain first. We're talking goosebumps popping up like you've just walked into a freezer, even though it's the middle of summer. Or maybe you get hit with a case of the shivers that has nothing to do with the temperature. And don't even get me started on that lightheaded feeling that hits you during an intense bout of eye contact. It's like your brain suddenly forgot how to brain. These physical reactions are your body's way of screaming, "Hey, pay attention, this is important." It's like you're suddenly hyper-aware of every sensation, every touch, every look. And the best part? These reactions are pretty hard to fake or control. So if you find yourself experiencing a sudden onset of physical symptoms around someone, don't panic. It's not the flu. It's just your body's way of telling you that the chemistry is real, and it's spectacular. And there you have it, gentlemen. The inside scoop on the most heart-stopping signs of sexual chemistry. So what's next for you? Discover the signs she's afraid to admit she likes you, or learn what she does when trying to seduce you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.